All right, we have a Plat to Kiriko. Now, if you want coaching yourself, feel free to join the Discord, as well as make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to speed up right here.
What's up?
All right. So early on, you can peek this, look for like a little bit of damage out, assess the situation, assess like what's overall going on. And then you can rotate back and kind of just try to play like a little bit more safe. You're going to be holding this choke point right here. Looks like most of your team rotated out that way, so probably would have been best if your tank would have rotated out and down with the rest of your team. But unfortunately, they didn't. So in that result, you're kind of left with a, I believe it's going to be a 2v3 right here. And that's going to be a bit of a tough spot. Be pretty lucky if you guys are able to survive that and win that. Alright. Got a little bit of a map situational awareness. Kind of dropped down, almost got your Zarya killed there. I mean, is she probably going to survive this? She might actually. Okay.
Come here. I can heal you. Thanks for the heal. Thanks.
Okay, so let's kind of talk about when it comes to Hog Hook. So you were kind of like peeking like right here, I want to say, when Hog Hooked you last time. So if you are looking for damage, you can kind of peek like this and just keep going like that, back and forth, and kind of just get some damage out. Because even if Hog hooks you and you're going this way, it can cancel out his hook. As well as if your Zarya is right over there, she'll more than likely back up. I think every single time she has backed up, every single time she's like been at least half health or anything like that, she's backed up and she's played more of that corner. So you can kind of close off the Hog right there and you can get some heals out. Maybe do a little bit of damage for a second. Get some heals out. Throw a kunai, heal. Throw a kunai, heal. Throw a kunai. Just do that on repeat. As well as when you started walking forward like this, the biggest issue is you kind of like walked forward in a straight line and you're kind of wide open. You could have kind of positioned yourself like right over here ish, just making sure that you're not going to take any damage or anything like that. As well as you can hear when the Hog is like kind of walking up, so you'll know when he's starting to like walk towards you and everything like that. In most cases, you're probably not going to survive that, but you could also try to like maybe play around this corner right here and see if you can maybe make something happen. But preferably though, I'd like to see you kind of just try to position more like still back here until your Zarya is at least able to make some sort of push through. Because if you're kind of like sitting in this corner right here, and let's say like a Hog and like two other characters or one other character tries to push through this, there's a good chance that you could die and you could get trapped in this room because you'll have like nobody to TP to. I guess in the moment right now though, you do have the Reaper to TP to, but it might be a little too late before you realize that. Okay. For example, right here, as soon as your team pushed out, you could have gotten a little bit of a peek right here, and you could have been able to like look for a little bit more damage and everything like that. Possibly even you would have been able to kill the Mercy right there if you would have been able to notice that. Kind of take like a little bit of advantage. The second your team's ready to push through, you can walk over here and start looking for any damage. Would Mercy probably be able to get the res off with you even being here? More than likely, but still, just try to keep that in mind that like you want to be like really fast and everything like that. I'm not going to blame you for the Mercy res though, but there is a chance that you would have been able to kill Mercy before she would have gotten the res. Based on where you're positioned earlier on. Okay. Alright, so with Venture getting rezzed right there, let's talk about that real quick. So Venture got rezzed, she dove you, so you didn't really have much of a choice but to TP. Preferably if you were able to TP, I'd like to see you more than likely TP right over there, and then maybe just like try to climb up here, look for some damage this way, and then just drop down when you know like it's safe. Maybe even create some distance, kind of like position yourself a little bit more further back so you don't get hooked by the Hog. Try to heal and everything like that. Probably not the best TP, just because kind of TPing yourself in the middle of the fight and everything like that. As well as you did kind of like chill here for a second, and you're kind of swinging right here. Normally, you're going to want to like try to find any sort of cover that you possibly can if you do get like a TP that kind of forces you into a bad spot. So you can either try to go right here or you can try to go right here. Either or, there is a chance that you actually could have been able to survive that. And there is a mega right here as well. So yeah, just keep that in mind.
I need help.
Fortunate. Keep moving on.
Let's get back to it. Fall back.
Losing control of the objective.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Listen, sorry if I cough. Still a little bit sick. Nice cleanse again. Okay.
Under my protection.
Your best bet right there is when Hog hooks you. You can try to throw cleanse like as soon as you possibly can, but you kind of delayed that cleanse. Where am I right now? Okay, there we go. You kind of delayed the cleanse a little bit until he was able to get you out there. Like the second you have the chance to, throw down cleanse and look for a TP ASAP. In most cases, a good hog will not let you like shoot you straight out of the doorway. They'll probably kill you somewhere else, or they'll probably get you against the wall. Okay. Fortunate. Moving on. Best bet right now though is kind of just try to play safe. You hear Hog woken up because you can hear the chain and everything like that, and is just overall you can hear him walking. So you can overall kind of like climb up into this high ground right here to make it harder for like Hog to kind of get some like or to get a hook off on you. You could try to preemptively Suzu your soldier. I think like I would wait right around a quarter of a second and then I'd Suzu soldier. Yeah. Right there. I would have been able to like Suzu him. Maybe just instantly, like the second you realize that, you would have been able to Suzu, and then with you being able to Suzu that, he more than likely would have stayed alive. As well as even like kind of trying to get a Suzu off. I know it's like a little bit too late now because even if you do get the Suzu off, he's still probably going to die. But being able to have like a little bit of awareness right there, it's really hard to tell, by the way, sometimes. But you do got to listen to sound cues, especially when there is a hog and everything like that. Because hogs will definitely be walking around corners and everything like that, and they'll instantly hook you. You don't have any time to react, but you can listen to sound cues that can help you react faster. So right there, if you would have been able to Suzu your soldier right there, there's a good chance that your soldier probably would have been able to survive. Nice kill. Once again, though, you probably could take this high ground right here, even try to contest the Pharaoh right there, because why not? Or you can keep looking for some damage down here. Probably best if you kept looking for some damage down here, as honestly. But yeah, you could have climbed up onto this high ground right here. Probably would have given you a better chance.
Thanks.
To get more damage out.
Fire at will.
Nice. Nice headshot.
Come to me for heals.
Very risky TP, but overall though it doesn't really matter. Just keep that in mind. That I mean, should you have probably TP'd that to that? No, you did have Juno right there. You probably could have TP'd or probably even just walked up. Just play a little bit more safe. Cause you never know. Like if Venture would have played that correctly right there, she could have easily went over to you right there. Because look at your health already, and she would have been able to come off from the ground, shoot you once, drill you, or they would have been able to. Sorry about that. They would have been able to come up from the ground and shoot you once, drill you. Then they would be able to just punch you or shoot you again, and you would have died. And by the time you would have died, they would have gotten more value.
Careful.
I think I see the enemy.
Yes. Be healed.
Airspace clear.
It's only a game. We'll get together.
Death solves for no one.
A little bit of a questionable lens right there.
Come here. I can heal you. Under my protection. Arigato. Come to fall back. Hyper ring out.
Oh, punch my mic.
Like mending a shadow.
Okay. Once again, kind of like look where you're positioned at a little bit. I try to position yourself like maybe a little bit more behind cover right over here, just so you can get the same amount of value out. As well as this probably would be a good moment to just overall throw down your ult, because if you throw down your ult, what you're overall like mainly trying to look for right now is just an ult domino that can team wipe the fight, basically at the moment. Because you got Reaper up here. Soldier's got to look for an ult very soon as well, because if Soldier is able to like use his ult right over in this area right here, you can drop the Venture, and then you guys should be able to crunch down, because Reaper's going to contest the what should we call it? The Kiriko right there. So you guys should be able to kill the Venture, and you should be all set after that. Unfortunate. Yeah, 1000% you should have looked for an ult right there.
Time to try again. Come here. I can heal you. My ultimate is ready. I've got you. Let the Kitsune guide you. Justice reign.
Yeah, that team fight could have been like massively winnable if you would have been able to kill the Venture starting off. You would have 1000% should have popped your ult like as soon as you possibly could right there. Because if you would have popped your ult, I guarantee you Soldier probably would have even popped his ult. Even if you would have like looked backwards, like jumped right into here and then looked backwards and then popped ult even, that would have been good as well, because then your Soldier probably could have been able to solo off the what should we call it? Would have been able to solo off the Venture, and then when he's able to solo off the Venture, if he's has good enough awareness, if not, then you can go and like chase down the Venture yourself. You can pop your ult, maybe just try to like keep your team alive as much as possible. The Hog did get a really good ult right there. And your team probably should have played a little bit more disciplined and everything like that. I think Reaper did do his part. I think he did get a kill right there, especially I think it was on the Kiriko, if I'm correct. I wasn't really paying attention to the scoreboard, but I believe he did get a kill on the Kiriko. But single-handedly, you throwing down ult right there could have actually changed the whole entire fight. So you do got to get awareness on that. It was 88 on score right there, so 1000%.
Score.
Throwing down your ult right there, that was the last fight. Okay, we're gonna speed up.
Ready for battle.
It's not my job to get you back alive, but stay close to me, and we might manage it anyway.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round two.
You wanna hear
Capture
hear
the
him
objective.
to be heard.
I'll light my own
Okay.
path.
We need to
Hey
turn
there.
this around.
Speed up a little bit right here.
Make them regret facing us.
Huge cleanse. Unfortunate that you couldn't get the Hog right there.
The objective.
So
Like a gentle
nice. As well as watch your positioning once again. You kind of walked way too wide like that. Very killable. Luckily, you just weren't killable right there.
silly human.
I do like the fact that you're looking for some damage, seeing if you can get like a nice pick or anything like that.
Come to me for heals. Goodbye.
breeze brings relief.
Nice attempt on the cleanse. I'm not gonna blame you for that. Okay. As well as it might be really important because I think you could actually turn around the fight right now if you pop alt.
Let the kitsune
Perfect.
guide you. I'm on fire.
Just based off on oof. Unfortunate. The punch right there probably maybe just try not to punch that until you know for a fact the Mercy is low health right there. Yeah, unfortunate. Would have been able to turn around the fight, but unfortunately Mercy was able to get the res, and your team didn't really actually wait.
The spring flows and thank you. Hey, ultimate's charging.
No way. Okay, nice.
Just got made.
Yeah, starting on earlier on, if you would have noticed that the Orisa was low health right there, ulting that would have been huge because then your Torb point blank, Torb does quite a bit of damage, so he's going to be able to kill you, the Orisa very fast. It's unfortunate that the Orisa was able to get rezzed right there. You tried everything that you could. Maybe just try to aim for the headshot, but I mean, that's still, once again, that's a bit unrealistic in a way just because of how hard it is to hit a ulting Mercy like that. But once again, though, that was a nice alt right there because you did realize that you could turn around the fight. And I mean, overall, I think that alt did actually end up turning around the fight, as well as a nice job trying to find some damage. Honestly, yep, just go ahead and see if you can get some heals out and then keep looking for damage. Perfect. Exactly what you want to do.
They're coming. Let's go.
After this, though, I'm going to talk about like everything that you probably could have done that could have been a little bit better. Okay, that was a little bit risky. Keep looking for some damage. Notice that both of them were one. Nice, perfect. That's what you got to do a lot more though. Is you kind of got to like walk on that off angle every now and then. Because if you can do that a lot more, I can guarantee you're probably going to carry a little bit more harder. So, or are you just going to carry in general? Going off on that off angle like that, being able to help kill the soldier. So Mercy, I believe, was oh wait, no, never mind. I'm an idiot. Ignore what I was saying right there. Being able to kill the soldier right there was huge, and then being able to kind of like get in that 1v1 with the Hanzo. Preferably though, I wouldn't like to see you get into the 1v1 with the Hanzo because Hanzo can just one tap you in the head, and that would really suck. But overall, being able to get into that 1v1 against the soldier right there, and then maybe kind of just like stalling, just make sure you try your hardest just not to get headshot and everything like that. If you have enough confidence to 1v1 a Hanzo like that in open space, it is a bit difficult, but luckily you're able to survive. Then being able to TP out, that did gain you like quite a bit of value right there because I mean, although your team did get pretty low, and you probably should have TP'd out like a little bit more sooner just so you'd be able to get like a few more heals onto your team, just so everyone didn't die right there, because you did like I think one player die right there. I think it was who was it? I remember seeing one player. I saw it out of the corner of my eye that one player was critical, like very critical, and you kind of kept 1v1ing. I think it might have been the Hog, or wait, no, it wasn't the Hog. I think it was the Ilari. But yeah, once again, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. You probably could have been able to save some other players. You had like 3 players as well critical, and you kind of like kept 1v1ing for a little bit too long. So just try to focus on. Okay, there's your Ilari. I was like wondering where the Ilari was. So try to focus on like getting out your damage, and then as well as paying attention to like your team as well. Because being able to get the TP over onto your team like that, and being able to like even cleanse right off in the bat just so they don't end up dying, being able to heal them, you were overall able to do like that, but I would have liked to see you do it like just right around a second earlier, because I think a second earlier you might have been able to save everybody. Or you might have been able to make a little bit more of a save play right there. If you understand what I'm saying, I think I'm just rambling on. Overall, though, that was a really nice play. I did like how you were going on this off angle right here. I did like how you're getting a lot of damage out. Now, you could have done a little bit better on it, but overall, that was pretty good. And then on top of that, you kept going on this off angle after you got up your teammates a little bit. You went back over here, got your off angle, and you were able to kill the soldier as well as the Hanzo. And on top of that, you're able to kind of suppress them for a little bit, because if you didn't keep swinging on that Hanzo right there, I don't think the Hanzo would have dropped and rotated around here, which means there's a chance that he could have been able to kill one of your DPS right there. So yeah, anyway though, very nice play. Very nice job looking for damage. Just remember, when you are damaging, that you do got to look for healing every now and then, because I think you're mainly doing a little bit too much damage in and through the beginning point. I think you're doing a little bit too much healing. Not everyone has to be, by the way, not everyone has to be full health for them to be good enough. To be like, good enough health is, you can leave them at 80% health or 90% health is what I'm saying. Or is what I'm trying to get at. You don't need to heal them to full every single second.
5, 4.
You can get them up to like 80-90% health, and you can keep looking for damage, and then you can heal them a little bit more later on.
Okay, everyone.
But you want to be maxing out that much. What am I even saying? You want to max out that much of value. If I made sense right there. I think I was rambling on way too much, and I think I even got my own words mixed up. Okay. Unfortunate. Not really a whole lot you can do.
The objective is now
On your horizon.
Would not recommend TPing down here. Very risky, very dangerous. Even if your brig is one tap right there, I probably wouldn't even TP down here, just because, I mean, if Hog would have hooked you right there, he shot you and then shoot you again. You don't have cleanse or anything like that, so you probably would have died. Thankfully, though, you're able to get out, but sometimes in the future, you're not going to be able to get out right there. Once again, very lucky that you didn't get hooked right there as well. Just let your teammates die and just reset. That's all you can do. Because you keeping them alive right there is just prolonging the inevitable. And prolonging the inevitable just doesn't allow you to gain much value.
The light embraces you.
Alright, probably could have waited a little bit longer on that cleanse right there.
Come to me for heals.
Just to make sure if you need it or not. I don't even know if you would have needed it. Thankfully, though, you do have your cleanse back.
Hear my bell.
Fortunate.
See ya.
Kind of walking out like wide like this. This is another example of like why you want to be holding corners a little bit more closer. So you walked out wide like this, and in result, you weren't able to get to your bastion in time. But if you would have like held like right here, you would have seen that you have the perfect angle on both of the supports right there, as well as if when your bastion got hooked right there, you would have been able to throw down cleanse.
Come here, fall back.
It's all right though. Regroup. Do what you can. I mean, even with that soldier being like that, you could have actually contested that soldier. You could have walked like right around in this area right here. See if you can contest that soldier. See if you can get a kill. If not, cleanse, walk out, TP out. Be very careful on Ashe. If she hits a headshot on you, there's a chance that she can hit a double headshot and one tap you, or and be able to kill you like that. So you're very lucky to be alive. I think she did hit 2 headshots on you.
What did we learn?
Well, you hit 2 headshots on her, so nice. Okay.
Let the kitsune guide you.
You don't want to get yourself in that room where the Orisa is. But you also do want to pay attention to exactly what's going on with the Orisa, because if not, your Orisa is going to die right there. It's an ulting, whatchamacallit. ulting Hog with Nano. He's gonna do a lot of damage, and I probably would risk my Genji's life to save the Orisa's life right there, because Genji can get back faster, as well as tank is a bit more important to keep alive. So that's a moment where I'd say like a little bit of a sacrifice. I think your Genji probably would have been able to stay alive regardless, though. Nice job looking for some damage. I don't hate that at all.
I've got you in my sights.
Your day just got made.
Little interesting right there. What happened overall? I do like the fact that you're looking for damage. Just TP onto the Torb. I don't know why I can't remember any of the names for some reason. TP onto the Torb, and you probably would have been good if you just would have went back, and you would have been able to just get out all the heals that you need to, and then you would have been able to rotate in here. You would have been able to just like kind of chill right here if you would have TP to the Torb, as well as healing awareness on the Genji. You did know that you needed to heal him, but it was a little bit scuffed, as well as being able to throw cleanse down on your Brig, who's full sending it into the enemy team. There's a chance that you would have been able to keep her alive enough to like possibly do something, but I think overall your Brig hard fed. You said that you won this game. I'm like kind of curious. Because like the amount of times some of your teammates have like massively thrown these matches, it's got to be a massive clutch of a match. Fortunate, like for example right there, the Orisa going full send into a Juno ult. It's a bit questionable. Yep, your best bet right there. Don't even try to get out, just die. Die as fast as you can so you can respawn with the rest of your team.
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
Done playing around. The light embraces you.
The light becomes me.
Nice.
A new dawn for you.
I've got meds.
All right.
Come to me for heals.
Okay, so actually what you can do is you can stay right over into this area right here, and you can keep looking for some damage and some value that way. Because if you do know, when you have a Reinhardt, more than likely they're going to be playing like right into this spot right here. Watch, I can guarantee he's probably going right over to this area. Yep, guaranteed. So you can sit over in this area, and you can keep looking for damage, see if you can get some shots off and everything like that.
The Kitsune is ready to be unleashed. Carried on the wind.
Who needs healing?
My ultimate is ready. The Kitsune is ready.
Okay.
Let the Kitsune
Yeah,
guide you.
I was gonna say, I was kind of like thinking for a second, would this be a good ult? I mean, the answer is you probably don't have a choice but to ult this. The reason why I say that is because your Zen is over on the other side of the map, so he's off in a really bad spot, and if they choose to push him right there, he's guaranteed dead. Thankfully, he was able to actually get a kill on the one person that noticed that he would have been able to solo him off. And in result of you ulting, I think the Zen probably was actually able to get that kill faster. So now the Zen has a massive off angle because he was able to 1v1 that. And he's probably going to do a lot of damage to either them or these two players right here. For some reason, the Ashe is walking around. I don't really understand why she's walking around like that.
Fox power.
Into the unknown.
The
You're
battle
okay.
ignites me.
No way. Okay, I think the Ashe survives that. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I'm actually kind of
Purified. Bounced back.
shocked this close of a game. The Reinhardt decided to full send it off the edge.
Hey.
Okay. So focus on that a little bit. You have done. Let me go back and look at that real quick.
Be purified.
We'll go back a little bit more further. I want to see exactly what went wrong right there. Okay. Way too early of a cleanse.
Be purified.
And on top of that, being able to like kind of contest an Ash right there, you could like possibly maybe just even hold right here and just see if you can hold like the off angle right here so you're able to get the heals off and everything like that. But to be entirely honest, kind of diving an Ash like that, a little bit risky. You can get straight up in her face like that, but she does have oh wait, she doesn't have Coach Gun, but she will have Coach Gun by the time you push down there.
Bounce back.
Okay,
Hey.
never mind. I'm predicting everything wrong. Okay, so probably it's a good idea that you did dive her. And to be entirely honest, it's not bad that you did push her right there. But preferably though, you could kind of like try to play close off just because of point. Because point is like at 90%, so you don't have to push the Ashe. The Ashe has to push you now. And if the Ashe pushes you, she kind of has to walk through this very annoying doorway right here where you're holding tremendously, as well as you probably could even position yourself like maybe even right around into this area right here, just so you can be able to get a little bit of TP, as well as being able to keep an eye on your Zen, because your Zen's kind of playing a little bit more aggressive right over here. That was probably the correct answer.
She's gonna blow.
As well, sorry, I just woke up, so like brain ain't really functioning at max value.
Rise and shine.
Louder this, we're here to be heard.
Okay, nice. So overall, what do you need to work on the most? First off, positioning. You need to hold corners a lot more. A lot of players in Overwatch will walk wide. Like for example, if I'm playing or if you're playing, or for example, let's say the average platinum player, they walk like this, down here and then wide, down here, and then they'll like walk right here and then they'll walk forward like that. That's not preferably what I would recommend on when it comes to positioning wise. What I would recommend is how I would play is I would probably play like this. I'd either position myself right here, holding on this corner right here, make sure it's safe. Then I'm going to position myself like a little bit more further up, maybe position myself like right on this doorway right here, or even crouch down right here, so I'm not going to be able to like get headshot, or just stand, crouch, keep it going right over here, so I can kind of get a little bit of a peek, so I'm not going to take as much damage. And then on top of that, if I'm going to be looking for some value out this way, I'm going to walk right around here, and then I'm going to keep walking right here. I'm going to use this corner as cover. That's exactly how I play. And that's exactly how you should be playing, is you should be playing cover, so you know that you have an escape route. For example, if you're walking right here, Ashe peeks you, what do you got to do? You got to walk all the way over there, and by time, especially even in like, I'd say diamond, there's a good chance that you're probably going to die. You walk right over here, let's say soldier peeks you like that, guess what? You got to walk all the way around here just to get some cover, and on top of that, when I'm walking right over here, so all I have to do is walk right over here. Is like half a second faster, but that half a second can save your life. And then on top of that, you can rotate back over here if you need to, or you can keep contesting them with the cover that you have, as well as walking right around here. Let's say that there's a hog that kind of is like, let's say there's a hog like chilling right here. For example, if you walk wide like this and you don't know the hog's there, hog's gonna hook you and there's a chance that you're gonna die. But if you walk right over here like this, kind of position yourself like a little bit more closer, peek, keep peeking, get out some damage, and let's say hog does actually get the hook off you. If you're walking this way, there's a chance that his hook actually cancels out. And if his hook cancels out, then that means you're actually able to stay alive and everything like that, if he actually does get the hook. If not, it's a little bit easier to predict, because you can see hog's like body is basically a whole circle. So you can actually tell when you do see him and when you don't see him. So like you can kind of preemptively see if there's a hog there, and you'll be like, yep, not going to contest a hog like that. You can get maybe 1-2 shots off if you want to play risky. And then you can walk back out. But yeah, once again, you got to pay attention to that. And that's what I mean by positioning a lot of times, is you want to, and positioning with natural cover, is you want to be playing a lot more careful. You want to play a lot more safe. You want to be playing corners. You want to play like walls and everything like that. But a lot of players, they don't really realize that how important it is to like kind of walk on these walls, kind of play cover. They don't really realize how important it is until later on when you start getting good at the game. Your cleanses actually weren't bad in the very beginning. Like your cleanses were genuinely good, but towards the end though, you started like having a little bit of problems with your cleanses, and you started either using them like pointlessly, a little too early and everything like that. And that is a little bit of an issue. as well as situational awareness actually wasn't that bad. I'll give you credit for that. Your situational awareness wasn't that bad, but there's a number of times, I'd say like maybe I'd say like 4 times that you do got to pay attention, or that you just like, or I guess quite a bit of times actually, in a way, you won't really pay attention to the whole picture, and you're paying attention to the picture that's right in front of you. As a support, you got to pay attention to the like entire picture. You got to pay attention to what's going on with your DPS over there. You got to pay attention to what's going on with your Zen right over here. And when that happens, you got to position yourself like a little bit where you're going to be set up so you can be able to notice that a little bit easier. For example, you being able to like 1v1 right over here and kind of like position yourself right over here and not really paying attention. Guess how much awareness that you have? The awareness is very little, because when you're walking and you're only looking at one player and you're only focusing on one part of the picture, you don't know what's going on in the other side of the picture. For example, Zenyatta 1v1 in the sorry about that. Zenyatta 1v1 in the soldier. You weren't really paying attention to that whole entire picture right there. So there's a chance that in like future games, there is a player that is 1v1 in the soldier, and in result, they're probably going to die because you're only focusing on one part of the like equation. As well as your Genji was one tap and burning alive right over here. You were so focused right over here that you didn't even notice that. So you got to pay attention to exactly what's going on in the situation. Now, a lot of times, the more that you play the game and the more you start realizing, like, I got to pay attention to the whole entire picture, a lot of times you're going to be able to actually set yourself up, or a lot of times in the future, it will actually just become natural. Like, for example, you'll hear like the sound cue of one of your teammates getting hurt, which you should 1000% be looking for that if you are playing support. You're 1000% going to be able to get the heal off. And it's absolutely awesome. Like, you'll be able to naturally do it. But there's a lot of times where you got to be paying attention to the whole picture rather than tiny equation. Especially first point. When you lost first point, you shouldn't have lost that first point, but you were only focusing on what was in front of you. I mean, what was in front of you probably was a little bit of the equation, but you got to focus on beyond what you sometimes you even got to focus beyond the equation, and you got to figure out what the answer is going to be before it happens. So when you would have, if you would have thrown down your ult, there's a good chance that you would have been able to win that fight. If you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, swift step. Make sure you're especially if you're going to play Kiri, you got to know exactly where your teammates are. You got to have at least an idea where they are, so you can turn around fast and you can TP out to the safest spot, because you don't want to be TPing to the first person you see, because sometimes when that happens, it's just a pointless TP and you're just going to die regardless, and you're going to TP yourself into like absolute death. Yeah, as well as going on off angles and everything like that. You didn't do bad on that. Could have just done it a little bit more, looked like for a little bit more damage and everything like that, as well as healing. There's a few times like you're healing a little bit too much, and there's a few times you're just there's one time actually that you're just damaging too much. And the damage too much, like if you just done a tiny bit more healing, you would have been like, you would have been doing perfect right there. That would have been like easily mid diamond gameplay, easily. But yeah, anyway though, I do hope this video helped you out. I hope the ending part really made sense, and I will see you later.